Cool. What's happening, everyone? You know who it is. It's your boy, Karabo Mdluli, aka your resident Black Spider-Man. I'm here on the YouTube channel. Can you believe it? It's been a while since I uploaded on here. I think the last thing I uploaded was the teaser session vlog I did at the Easy Freak event. Yeah, that was quite some time ago. I do apologize. I did want to make sure this channel had a lot more content, but art dealers took over, work took over and all that kind of stuff. But I decided I wanted to do a Q&A because, you know, it's quarantine. If you are in some kind of lockdown, wherever you're watching, I hope you all are safe, you and your family. And yeah, let's just get into it. I asked a whole bunch of friends on Instagram to send me some questions. So their questions will come popping up throughout this frame, so you'll see them. So I'm not going to be shouting them out, but if you want to follow them, you can. But let's just jump straight into it. First question, how are you so cool? It's a great first question. I actually don't think I'm that cool, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I'm just, well, I tried to be at least super authentic, and yeah, that's really what it is. I don't think I'm cool at all. Why haven't I been on one of your podcasts? You see, the thing is, Art Dealers is like 7 people, so we all kind of decide who or what we want to put out as far as content. So yeah, I don't make all the decisions as everyone thinks I do. I don't. But no, that's probably why. It's not because of anything personal. Favorite coffee shop / hangout spots. This is quite easy. My favorite coffee shop is Ophelia. I'll throw up their Instagram now. Favorite hangout spots, anywhere in Parkhurst, Stanton, Rosebank. Those are probably my favorite places. How do you cuff these hoes? Great question. I actually don't know. What's worked for me is just smiling and eye contact. That's all I can say. So there's a bunch of questions now from the one person. So shout out to Slew for all the questions. If you had to switch lives with one celebrity, which one would it be? I actually thought about this. I have 3 options: either Will Smith, Jaden Smith, or Snap. I'll probably say one of those 2. Advice on dealing with heartbreak. So this one is tough because I don't think I even have the answers to this, and quite frankly, I think we all kind of deal with this in our own way. I certainly don't deal with, I have not dealt with this really well. But my advice would just be on what's worked for me is really just distracting yourself. Probably not the best advice, to be honest. But yeah, I think keeping yourself distracted, staying grateful for people around you, you know, having good supports, that's really what I'd say. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had? This is actually funny that you asked this because literally last night I had a dream about zombies. Like there was a whole zombie apocalypse because I was watching Resident Evil 2, the video game. I was watching like a walkthrough of the game, and I watched it really late at night, and that was really stupid of me. And then I had pretty much a nightmare about zombies. So that's probably the weirdest dream. Type dating wise. So I asked my friends this, and they all said that I tend to go for girls who are cute, have curly hair, and dress well, and have a nice smile. So I would agree. That's probably my type. And are funny. If you're not funny, then hey, please. 3 things you're keeping during a zombie apocalypse. I just mentioned zombies. Probably some weapon of some kind, like a machete or a gun or something. Maybe my cell phone and the Bible. You know, keep myself happy. Shout out to Isla. She also sent a bunch of questions. A famous person you'd love to have coffee with. For me, wow. A famous person I'd love to have coffee with. I actually had this conversation with a friend recently. Either Virgil Abloh, Kendrick Lamar, Will Smith. Probably those 3, I would say. Just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a longer list, but those are off the top of my head. Hoodie preference. I am the self-proclaimed king of hoodies. Brand-wise, either Dickies, Nike, or Levi's. Vans hoodie is also really cool. But I'd probably say, at this present moment, probably Levi's for me. But also, I don't think it's about the brand. It's more about the fit. I like kind of an oversized fit. So anything that kind of achieves that is really what I'd say. Your favorite all-time shoes. This is easy. Chuck Taylors. I wear them like 90% of the time. But there's no better shoe to me, in my opinion. It literally goes with everything. So that's what I'd say. Favorite movie genre and top 5 favorite movies. Movie genre is quite hard. I don't have one specific that that I love. I love kind of crime dramas, mob movies, thrillers, either emotional thrillers or kind of movies that kind of get you thinking. So my top 5 favorite movies, in no particular order, is The Matrix, the first one, V for Vendetta, Inception, The Departed, and I think Training Day or Man on Fire, one of those two. What at this moment is your deepest regret? So this one I saw and I was like, man, this is a whole video in itself. So I'll try and summarize as much as possible. So there's actually 2 things. I really don't try and live by regrets. I think it's always good to, people make mistakes, you move on and all that kind of stuff. But for me, there's 2 things that I always look to. One is I had the opportunity to study in America when I was in grade 10, do high school in America in Boston. And I kind of backed out. I was accepted and everything. It was going to happen. And I just was like, no, I don't want to do it. But then I look back and I'm like, I never would have become as close as I am with my friends now and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was a good move for me not to go. And yeah, just a lot of amazing things have happened since while I stayed in South Africa. So it's really not a big deal. But yeah, most recent, I mean, my friends know I don't want to really get into it much. But yeah, you choose people, you make the wrong mistake, you choose the wrong people, and that's really all I'll say. That's a podcast in itself, really. So shout out to art dealers. What is your favorite hobby? I really love playing video games. I love going out to eat, like going to different restaurants and different cafes. I love playing sports. Yeah, those are probably my 3 favorite things. What is the best gift you've ever gotten? 2 that come to mind. One is the black Levi's hoodie that everyone tunes me for wearing. It is my favorite hoodie and it was a gift. And the other one is my car. I got that for my 21st birthday. So those are my 2 favorites, or 2 best, I would say. Where would you go on a road trip and what has to happen on this journey? These are great questions. I'd love to do a road trip like from London to the south of France, or anywhere from Europe to the south of France. And what has to happen? It would be great if it was like to the Grand Prix in Monaco or something, or just trying out different restaurants at every stop. That would be awesome. But locally here in South Africa, a trip down to like Cape Town would be like pretty awesome. I think, like really magical. I think our country is amazing. So, and what would have to happen? Same thing, just trying out really cool restaurants and cafes that I'd never heard of. So that would be awesome. Who's the funniest person you know, even though it's me? But anyway, sorry, Kemi, it's your top 5, but you're not the funniest person I know. I'd say the funniest people I know are Lucky, my friends Lucky, Tumi, and Jabu. Those are the 3 funniest people I know. Kemi, you're 4th. So shout out to you. Why do you belong in the streets? Well, I have a nose ring. My surname starts with M. I'm partially light skinned, and I have an X in my IG handle and all my handles. So apparently that makes me part of the streets. But I don't call myself King like you do, and your name is right there. So you Nike or Adidas? Nike. I don't even have to think about that. I like Adidas clothing a lot. This is not I would only rather wear Nike or Adidas. I wear both, but just between the 2, I prefer Nike. But I love Adidas. I have Adidas clothing. I have Adidas shoes. So this is not an either or, but I do prefer Nike. What quality do you admire most about yourself and in other people? I think I'm quite funny. Like, to be honest, I think I'm quite funny, and I'm quite friendly. Like I'm very accommodating to people, and I do love that about myself. And what I love about in other people, if people can make me laugh, that's like the best thing ever. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? This is a great question. And I actually thought about this, and I was like, I don't even know what I'd say. I think just off the top of my head, like if I could find a way to put it into words, just for everyone to be kind to each other. I don't know. I try not to watch too many things that kind of make me sad or like kind of negative press or whatever the case may be. It's hard not to, but I just feel like we live in such a world where things are just so, I don't know, like negative and all that. Apologies for the music if you can hear it. Hopefully it doesn't pick up too much. But yeah, that's really what I'd say. And Jesus is the answer. What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? So I thought about this. I've had a pretty chilled life, low key. I've never been in a car accident. Like, never had like bad surgery. Yeah, I mean, I almost died during labor when I was being born, but I obviously don't remember that. So that's like the scariest thing. I'm aware that has happened, but to me personally, I guess in grade 11 I had like really bad anxiety, like seriously bad anxiety attacks, and I genuinely thought I was going to die. That was like the scariest like feeling I've ever had. So I'd probably say that. How does one accumulate hosts? Oh, my friends. Again, I don't know the answer to this. What's worked for me is smiling and eye contact. Cats or dogs? Dogs. But I'm not mad about either or, but dogs for sure. How would you explain yourself to someone who's blind? Yo, that's a deep question. Prince behind the camera is agreeing with me. Shout out to Prince. Amazing. In fact, here's his Instagram handles. Incredible guy as well. Yo, man, I guess I have darker skin. I have a nice smile, I think. I have a really big forehead. Yeah, I think kind of good symmetrical face, I suppose. Handsome, I guess. That's what Prince is saying. I don't agree. But yeah, that's what I'd say. I don't know. I really don't know what I'd say. That's a great question though. What do you do in your spare time? I guess this is the same as the hobby thing. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube, like Vox, Watch Mojo, a lot, Daniel Simmons, a lot of like, fashion, car, educational YouTube as well. So yeah, a lot of tutorials as well. I'm in the creative industry, so I'm always trying to learn stuff. So that's pretty much what I do, and spend time with friends, video games, like I said. I think this is the last question. This is the last question, yes. What has been your favorite meal to eat during lockdown? This is a great question. So if level 4 counts, I had a quarter pounder for the first time in like 2 months. That was sensational. But I'd probably say my mom made like this platter of like lamb and chicken boerewors with like this really nice like rice, and and it was like last week, so I can remember it vividly. But that's probably it. But yeah, there's a few more, but I don't want to make this video too long, so we'll have a part 2 for sure. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell for more. I don't know when I'm going to upload again, but I want to try and produce more content for this channel. The audio of this is going to be on the Art Dealers podcast channel, so it will be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you do want to, have a listen to your boy. But this is predominantly for the YouTube, so this is not going on the Art Dealers YouTube. But anyway, it's good to catch up with you guys. Thanks for the questions. We'll definitely be back soon. So peace out.